Things.
I wasn't sure when I first read it because Madame Blossom was sort of there, but not, and then she sort of disappeared, and then she came back again, then she was killed. And I was like, what is he trying to say? And I called him and I asked him, and he was so open to changing the character and making her a little bit more part of what was going on in terms of action. Also, there was not even an action scene for Madame Blossom, and I asked him about that, and he said we can add that. And I talked to him more about developing her character, and that monologue from the bathhouse was something that came up from that conversation, and she turned out to be, I think, a bigger part of the movie than he originally had had thought of when he offered me the role. So it changed quite a bit, and it was exciting that he was so open to it, because I really thought he was going to say, well, this is what we're doing and this is how it's going to be, so if you want to be part of it, great. If not, that's okay too. And instead he was like, I really want you to be part of it. What can we do to make that happen? I think it's nice to have female energy in the movie, and I think it's very male-driven, it's very male-dominated, which makes it quite funny and wonderful, but at the same time you want to have a little bit of a balance, and I think that having her in there creates a little bit of a dynamic where, you know, the men think that they're dominating these women, but in the end, the women come back and they're all these sort of, you know, killers. And I don't know, I think there's something exciting about that, and especially in a martial arts movie. I think that both men and women love to see when women sort of start fighting. It's exciting. It gets your adrenaline pumping. It was incredibly exciting going back to China. I actually shot Kill Bill there, so it was nice to go back to that area. I mean, when I shot Kill Bill, we shot in Beijing, and so this time we shot outside in Shanghai, about 40 minutes outside of Shanghai. It was great because you hear people speaking Chinese and Mandarin, and you feel kind of like you're at home, but at the same time you're working on set, so there's something very strange about that. I think the one thing about China is that there's so many people there, so the amount of crew that you have, you know, working on, let's say, your costumes, you'll have 10 people as opposed to 2 people. So if anything went wrong, you know, there'd be 10 people on top of you, and it's just a very different energy, a different feeling. But I loved working there because it really gave the movie it influenced the movie, I think, not just visually, but just there was an energy there that everyone brought to it that made it much more exciting.